The streaming wars rages on, and it seems like every other week now we get announcements of one streamer or another signing a deal with Rumble or Kick and deviating their audience away from Twitch. Now, a lot of Twitch streamers have moralized this development in the market, essentially saying that if you leave Twitch, it's morally abhorrent. And this is not just smaller, isolated streamers that have been saying this, but Pokimane, the face of Twitch herself, recently gave her clear thoughts about these streamers leaving Twitch for these new and alternate sites.
I'm good as I am. Why would I compromise my morals and ethics for more money when I have money? Something about that is so cringe.
Now, in my opinion, I don't think most of these streamers are moving to these new sites because of any moral or political reason. It's purely for the money. Rumble and Kick are offering 6-digit contracts to these top streamers to do exclusive content on their sites, and let's be real here, Twitch's days are numbered, so it's smart to establish an audience on a different platform to make the full migration easier when the time comes. To put it bluntly, I don't think Kai Cenat or iShowSpeed were thinking about morality when they signed their Rumble deal. They were probably thinking about the money they were going to make and the content they could create. This discussion tends to come up every time a huge streamer signs with one of these sites, and most recently, the creator Sapnap announced that he was leaving Twitch to stream on Kick. Now, if you don't know who Sapnap is, it's okay. I didn't really know him either. He's part of this newer generation of Minecraft content creators, and he was part of the Dream SMP, and of course, Dream is one of the biggest creators online right now, so any streamer that's in his circle is bound to do well for themselves if they really try to cultivate their audience. And it seems like Sapnap is one of those creators. He has over 1 million followers on Twitch, and if you look at his latest YouTube videos, you can see that they do incredibly well. So obviously, such a large and active creator going to Kick is a win for that site. But this business move by Sapnap is causing backlash even within his own circle. Tubbo is a streamer that runs in a similar circle to Sapnap with a lot of crossover with people like Dream, and he actually had a lot to say about this development.
Sapnap, I'm just gonna say, frankly, the majority of Sapnap's demographic is people in communities such as LGBTQIA+, younger demographic and stuff like that. I feel like this platform is not a safe place to be openly trans, not a safe place to be openly Jewish, not a safe place to be black, for example. It's insane. I feel like it's great that you want to spearhead that positive change, but also with such a large and powerful voice you have, and so much good you can do with that voice, it's best that you're more responsible with where you want to bring your community, and you have a responsibility to protect them as well.
Now, at some level, I can understand where Tubbo is coming from. Sapnap's audience is definitely on the younger side, and Kick didn't have the best press early on with Aiden Ross pulling up porn on stream, but since then, Kick has really strengthened their TOS to prevent stuff like this from happening again. And it's not like Twitch doesn't have sexually explicit content on their site either. Amaranth is one of their top streamers, and she's a hot tub streamer. So if you want to protect your child audience from inappropriate content, you're not doing a good job if you're on Twitch. Additionally, I would argue that you can't really control how the rest of the site functions. You can only control your content and make sure it is what you would deem to be appropriate. But it doesn't seem like Sapnap's child audience is really Tubbo's main concern. Instead, he seems to be more worried about the minority members of that audience encountering a hostile environment in Kick's chats. Now, a Kick streamer in the comment of this Dextero tweet responded to the clip saying, "Hate speech results in a ban on Kick. We endeavor to protect our Kick family as much as possible. Tubbo, can you please explain what Twitter and Twitch are doing that make them safer so we can consider?" And Tubbo replies to this, "Firstly, Twitter isn't a video on demand service, so it's not comparable. Twitch isn't signing streamers who have been banned on other platforms for hate speech and giving them contracts worth millions of dollars, especially not making them co-owners of the platform. The clip that's been posted here is missing the context of a wider discussion about Kick, Sapnap signing to it, and all of the issues, not just the hate speech. I suggest watching the full 2-hour VOD for all the context. Hate speech results in a ban on Kick. This is laughable, ridiculous. Do you even read the chats of streamers that you sign? Hate speech isn't a matter that you should consider. It's absolutely urgent that you go full lengths to solve this, which you clearly aren't." So obviously he's talking about streamers like Aiden Ross, who got banned on Twitch and then immediately went over to Kick. And obviously Aiden Ross is a huge proponent of Kick. He's very big on that platform, and he's basically associated with Kick. He is the face of Kick. And he's a very edgy creator. A lot of the content creators that Kick has been signing are edgier creators that have been banned on Twitch. So if you have a problem with edgy content, then obviously you're going to view Kick in a negative light. But maybe that's why they're starting to sign people like Sapnap, who is not an edgy content creator, who's actually pretty normie, pretty family friendly. They're trying to diversify the kind of creators they're signing. And regarding Kick's TOS and hate speech, I actually went to Kick's TOS to see what it says about hate speech, and it says the following about banned content: uploading or making available through the service nudity or other sexually suggestive content, hate speech, threats or direct attacks on individual or group, abusive, harassing, torturous, defamatory, vulgar, obscene, libelous, invasive of another's privacy, hateful, racially, ethnically, or otherwise objectionable content, content that contains self-harm or excessive violence. So this is on their list of things that are banned on their site, and yeah, it's very clear that they regard hate speech as something that needs to be stopped, as something that has to be regulated on their site, and they have a hard and fast rule about it. And here's the thing as well: streamers have the ability to moderate their chats and to ban words, phrases, and people that the streamer deems to be inappropriate. So it seems like Tubbo is either assuming in bad faith that Sapnap won't moderate his chat at all, or that Kick has zero chat moderation, which is just false. Sapnap already has almost 4,000 followers on Kick at the time I'm making this video, so who knows, he might be able to carry over a lot of his audience over to Kick and keep producing similar content, or he might branch into entirely new content and cultivate a new audience. So maybe he's looking at this Kick deal as a way for him to break out of the Minecraft era that he's been in for the last few years and do something totally unique and new and different, and maybe leave behind his child audience and create an entirely new audience, or maybe he's growing up with his audience a little bit. But if he does continue to make the same kind of content he is making, he might be able to carry over a lot of his Twitch audience over to Kick and still maintain that YouTube audience that he has. So it's really up in the air, like, where his career could go from here. He's definitely been successful in the past. It seems like he knows how to create entertaining content, right? So hopefully he's able to carry that over into Kick. I overall find Tubbo's comment to be poorly researched and incredibly reactionary. It just seems like that this clip was entirely just a knee-jerk reaction. All of these Twitch streamers who refuse to consider other platforms are clinging to a sinking ship. And one day when Twitch is gone, they're going to regret not jumping over onto these other platforms. And I understand there is bad press around Rumble and Kick, and YouTube streaming isn't the best right now. But the reality is that the market is diversifying, so you have to diversify your content. And these sites are evolving, they are changing. Kick is already much better about moderating their content than they were when they first started. So I feel like some of these Twitch streamers still have their mindset in early Kick, where they're thinking about, oh, you know, they allow all this crazy stuff, when in reality they're able to moderate their content much better now. And I hope more streamers sign on to Kick and Rumble and leave Twitch, and I hope Twitch dies.